Hi everybody, how is everybody doing? I hope that you're healthy and comfortable and having a good day and many more good days to come. So today we're going to do some things with some lines and we're going to make a different kind of picture today. And this time we're going to make lines that go across, back and forth, and we're going to end up with is um, a bunch of different shaped squares and angles and things like that that you can color in for yourself. Okay, so I have a pencil. I found some color pencils. I have my pencil box. And also I have a letter, and I'll show you what we're going to do with these. This is all going to help us make these lines. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so here's my paper. You can use any kind of paper you want. I just have a piece of printer paper out of the computer. But you can use this big piece of paper or a smaller piece of paper, whatever works best for you. That's fine. I'm going to start with my pencil like I usually do. I'm going to take my pencil. Now, I'll show you how to do it with my box. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in this corner and I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to move it a little bit and I'm going to draw another line so that the lines are all going across like that. But when I get here, the box isn't going to go all the way. So I got this letter envelope and I'm just going to use that. Now you can use a ruler, which would be better, but if you don't have a ruler, use an envelope just like I'm doing right here. And that's why I'm doing this, because I know some people may not have a ruler. Okay, so I'm going to put some more in. I'm going right across towards the middle. These are kind of big, so I'm going to make them a little bit smaller just because I want to have some variety. So I'm going to make a little one right there. I'm going to keep going at that same angle, just like so. And I'm almost to the end here with this one. You see all of my lines are kind of going in the same way. Hey, if you can't get all your lines to go in the same way, that's all right. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're making art. So you can come up with something interesting. And one more. Okay, now turn the paper in a different direction, like this. And I'm going to make the lines go all the way across this way. Okay, so now I'm getting right towards the middle, heading towards the end of this one. And you start to see all of these different types of squares. Keep going. Okay, I'm almost to the end with this. Uh-oh, got away from me. There we go. One more. Maybe one more. Okay, now we'll look at it and you see all of the different types of mosaic type squares. Now, what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is we could stop right here if you wanted to. If you want to. And what we can do is we can start coloring them in. I'm going to start with the pencil. If I only have a pencil or a Sharpie, doesn't matter, whatever you are using, that's fine. So I'm going to color in that one, skip to the next one, like so. Just like this. And okay, I did this one, I skipped that one, I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do this one with the pencil. And you can start to see how it's coming together just with the pencil. And you can just keep going. You can make it as dark or as light. You can spend as much time on that as you want. Okay, so I did this one, and maybe I'll do one more with the pencil. Okay, so if you look at this one, you can see that it's starting to come together as a picture. If I kept going, use your imagination, whichever you want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my colored pencils. Today I have 4. I have yellow, green, blue, and kind of a orange. Now I'll take these and I'll pick out an area. We're just going to work on this side right now of the picture, because we might do some other things over here. I'm going to show you some other things on the other side. So I'm going to start with the yellow, and I'm going to start with the yellow right here. And then I think I'll take the blue and I'll put that right next to it, right here. And then maybe I'll take a green, put that up here. Okay, so now I think I will take my yellow-orange, kind of an orangish yellow, and I'm going to put that right up here. Just like that. And then maybe some blue. So you get the idea that I can just keep taking my time, not a big hurry. You can take your time, not a big hurry, and just put those, color those squares in any way that you want to. Use your imagination. Okay, good. So now I'm going to show you one other thing that we can do with this same picture, and we're going to do some other things to it that will make it even more interesting. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my envelope again, and this time I'm going to put some straight lines across the angular lines that I already have. So, and then watch what happens. So I just keep going right along. They could be different ways, different thicknesses. So now I'm going this way. Okay. I came off. There it is. All right. Now, on this side of the picture, you can see that I have even more lines, which gives me an opportunity to do something really interesting. Now, the lines aren't perfect. They don't go right in the middle. They're all over the place, which is good because then I can come up with some pretty interesting things. And I'll start with this one. I'm only going to use a pencil because if you only have a pencil, this is good enough. And I'm just going to start coloring in one of the squares, like so. And then I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to color in this one over here. So it starts to create kind of a colored in pattern. Now I'm going to do this big one up here. Just like that. And let's do one down here. How about this one? This looks good. See how it's starting to look? Makes a nice pattern. And then maybe I'll go over here and do this little guy. This is just with a pencil. And even with just a pencil, you can come up with a nice creative pattern. I'll just do this little guy in here. And I'll do this big guy over here. There's no rule about which one you have to color in first or which ones you color in. You choose yourself. Now that's just with the pencil. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing, only I'm going to use my color pencils. Now the blue, the yellow, the orange, and the green. And I'm going to follow the same idea. I'm going to start over here though. And so let's say I do this big one over here, blue. And then maybe I'll use this one for yellow. And how about the green one next? Oh yeah, I like that one. And now I'll take my orangish color and maybe I'll put that over here. And now to give you the right idea, the whole idea, I'm going to take the blue again so that I can keep the colors moving around. And what I'm really trying to do here is not have two colors that right next to each other. So I don't have a blue next to a blue and I don't have a green next to a green. I have a green away from the other green, separated by another color. So rather than have that, I'm going to put the orange in here because that's yellow. So I'm going to put orange in here so that I don't have a yellow next to an orange again. And I might move the yellow. I'm going to take this yellow and I'm going to put it over here right next to the pencils. And there you have it. So you could go for the whole page, you can mix them, you can match them, you can do whatever you want. Have fun. Okay, so that's where we left off as, and I could spend some time do the whole thing all over and come up with a nice colorful picture. Remember, I just used a pencil. If you have color pencils or color Sharpies or anything like that, you can use those. And I used my color pencil box. And I just used the back of an envelope, which works if you don't have a ruler. A ruler would be great. If you don't have one, use either of those. Okay? Have fun. Use your imagination. Bye.